let's move on to GPD's Wombat's Fortnightly News.
Oh, we get songs.
Yeah, songs. We got that shit. We got all that shit. So the big Fortnite news is that
Naruto is coming.
is he?
Yeah, next week.
I never watched 1 second of that show.
I'm like, there are people that are like so excited, and it's all over my Twitter feed. I can't believe this is finally happening. My dreams are coming true, and I'm like, this means absolutely nothing to me.
I remember Naruto shooting a lot of guns.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm happy people are happy.
How's his run animation? That's the important part.
I'm sure. Well, they already have that emote in the game, the silly arm run.
Yeah, but if he's moving at any kind of speed, he's got to have the arms behind him.
They're not going to fuck that up.
They usually do those things well. So
they know what they're doing.
Naruto. I know it's Naruto. People are making fun of us in the chat because I said Naruto. Naruto? Oh. Like Neil Cavuto? It's Naruto. Anyway. Yep. You were going to talk about that they've pulled all Travis Scott items that they were selling after the concert.
How do you feel about that, Wombat, as a Fortnite super fan?
It's the right thing to do. I think. Well, they had put the emote in the shop the day that the festival started.
Makes sense.
Yeah, which makes sense. In out of context or in context for assuming that it was just the festival that happened, that makes perfect sense. When everything went down, they're like, "Oh, we can't sell this." Well, this this is horrible.
Right. It's not going to be a good. Yeah, it's not going to go well.
So of course it's the right thing to do, and they probably won't sell any of it again. So that's that.
Ever, you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's.
You think he's persona non grata now in the Fortnite world?
Yeah, I think they'll stick with Ariana Grande. They're
these
all
woke
in
libs,
on her.
Man. These woke libs don't want these riot-causing musician. No, he does.
I think the next chapter is going to be in. It starts in less than a month. In 24 days, I think we're going to get chapter 3. It's going to be very exciting.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited about Spider-Man coming to Avengers? Are you going to switch over to PS4 and
start from the beginning?
Yeah, they released the first screenshot today, and the trailer comes out tomorrow. So when people are listening to this on their phones, it'll be
they can see
out. Yeah,
that's gonna be a tough trailer, like strictly because the Spider-Man games themselves are so good, right? Like to have him in this, and if it's not on the same level, which it's not,
can't be
on the same level,
can't be,
just because of the game structure itself,
right?
It's gonna be a tough sell.
I wonder who they're going to get to voice Spider-Man. Like, do they get the same actor as is it Josh Keaton, or is that like an older one? Are they going to get the same voice actor?
Andrew Garfield. What's he doing?
Are they going to get Andrew Garfield?
He's around.
It's like,
sure.
yeah. I'm like, it's interesting. But, I'm glad they're finally doing it.
Took a long time.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't care because, like you said, I have it on a different console. But at least when it's passed, it'll be passed, and it won't be something that people keep asking. Like, I feel like they're not doing a lot of other things because they have to get the Spider-Man thing done because of the stupid contract that they have with Sony to get the stupid Spider-Man thing done. So I think once they're past the whole Spider-Man thing,
finally they can make it good.
I mean, which is so sad. Like this, first of all, this game is over a year old at this point, and there aren't many games that people even remotely talk about after a year. I'm sure we're the only people that talk about it at all. But the fact that they're still giving it a go and haven't just said, let's just move on to Avengers 2.
So much money. Avengers 2?
Yeah. Or whatever.
No Avengers 2.
No,
they still got to dig out of this hole.
I know.
Rise of the Imperfects 2 has a better chance.
Seriously. Or, Guardians of the Galaxy. Ship, did you finish it yet?
No, I'm on chapter 9 or 10.
Okay, so you're getting there.
I am getting there. It gets better. It's the same thing as kind of Only Murders. Like
too much talking.
Way too much talking and walking in the early going.
Not enough stabbing.
Not enough anything early on. Early on, I know why they did it. I just don't think it didn't quite need as much as what they did.
You hate walking in games, though. I notice you always complain, like in
What am I
Overwatch, too
what
much
am I
walking.
supposed to be doing? Yeah, like that is not an interesting mechanic to me.
I
Like,
know.
I'm trying to play a video game, not walk around in a video game. That's very, I don't know, not.
I think
engaging.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a better comic book video game than Avengers is. It has a better idea of who the fans are of the license than Avengers does.
They're of similar. If you look at the story modes,
Mhm.
they're of similar quality. I think the Ms. Marvel storyline was pretty good, and
The Ms. Marvel storyline in the Avengers game was good. The problem with the Avengers game was not the story mode. That's
sure.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're just looking at the story modes, I think they're around the same level of quality. The Guardians one, it's a little bit more interesting because they can get a little weirder with it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Get some good comic book deep cuts in there.
yeah, I'm enjoying it now. I actually feel like playing more than a level at a time, so that's a good sign.
It's not breaking you down, is what you're saying.
No, I think if they would have been like, hey, do you want to just skip all the walking and go straight to chapter 4 or whatever it was, I'd have been like, yes, let's skip that walking because I understand who these characters are and what their motivations are. But,
Which
I'm
is
gonna play it
fair.
at some point, maybe.
It's a worthwhile play.
Yeah, you should play it.
You'll like it.
Will it pair well with Forza and
Yes.
and Far Cry? And
Yes, because you can play
Halo?
one level of Guardians, and then you're like done for the day, and that's like 45 minutes. And then you go into and that's like an in between because if you want to do, I would say you want to do Far Cry, then Guardians, then
Mhm.
Forza.
Are you writing this down?
No,
And then it's either Forza's your bedtime game,
no.
or you
I
can
don't
try to
do
get
that.
one round of Apex in before you go to bed.
Now I got to finish Far Cry, and then I can focus on things that have shooting in them.
Mhm.
Because Far Cry's a lot, like at a certain point you're like, I get it, this is fun. I'm just at this point unlocking like more icons on the map to keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Well, that's
like,
Forza too, isn't it?
yeah, but Forza I feel like is more about just like the experience of like looking at the scenery and listening to the music and checking out the cars, and it's
I
more
like
of
when
like
Forza when there's a couple of little areas, and there's not a lot of them. I think I've actually done them all, where it's almost a little Tony Hawkish, and I wish they had more of those.
oh, you're doing
where-
like the jumps and
the trick area.
No, you're like in a smaller enclosed area, and it's like collect these icons.
oh right. I know what you're talking about. They're like
I
little
haven't done
mini
any of this yet.
missions, yeah,
Yeah.
and little story like set up the earthquake
It-
equipment.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. That's one of the ones. That's one of the
yeah,
ones
that's
exactly.
like the festival, setting up the festivals, maybe.
Setting up the festival stuff. Yeah, and there's like 5 of them, and there are these little things. It's like here are your optional objectives.
Yeah,
but this is the main objective. So
it breaks
do
up
these-
the loop a little bit.
It breaks up the loop a little bit, and it reminded me a lot of like Tony Hawk, but with cars. And I'm like, they could have more of that, and that would probably have benefited this.
The
game.
DLC. There's a lot of DLC coming to this game, and you paid for it already.
We already paid for it, so
get ready. I think they'll
Mhm.
be adding more stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mhm.
So yeah. What else we got here? Let's move on to what? Let's move on to Sony. Did I ask this last week, Ship, about Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, you asked that
I
last
did. All
week.
right. Then.
I still
Fuck
have
it.
Yeah, that was last week.
You
I
didn't
still
buy
have
it?
not done anything. I don't need it right now.
Why not? It's really fucking good, though.
Well, I know, but I have these games that I've already committed myself to.
That's like last year. It's not
But
new.
no,
like
but it's
Avengers.
the director. But no one's experienced the PS5 version in this crew, and it's
But
supposed to.
I'm in the middle of Guardians.
Okay.
And
That's short though.
Forza,
You'll finish that soon.
and I need to get back to Deathloop. So
Oh man,
I've got
Alright.
I've got some things here on the calendar.
I'm gonna forget what this game was all about by the time we get to it.
Plus, I've been playing the Nintendo Switch all the time too.
What do you mean?
I unlocked all the things in Cruis'n Blast.
Nice.
Yeah,
I keep hearing good things about that. I'm definitely gonna check that out when it comes to Xbox at some point.
yeah, it's fun.